Hey, Miles Beckler here, milesbeckler.com, and we're going to do a little morning walk and talk about something that's incredibly important to you growing your business online, and we're also going to move a little bit beyond the tactics in this quick video here. Now, I want you to stick with me even if this doesn't make sense at first, and know that at the end I've got a free gift for you, something I physically made with my own bare hands just for you to help you with this. So what is the idea, right? What's the concept? What's the video about? It's about rewiring your brain for success. You know, there's been a lot of studies recently, and I know I talk that I meditate a lot. I meditate multiple times a day, and it's not just to get a happy, relaxed feeling in life, which that is one of the byproducts of it. But I began meditating almost 10 years ago with these certain type of guided meditations that are designed to literally plant new affirmations and new ideas inside of the subconscious mind. You know, Bruce Lipton, he taught and did research at Stanford Medical Center, and he's definitely one of the leaders in kind of this idea and in this area. I believe he calls it Eugenics, the study of how your thoughts can change your DNA. You know, he came up with the concept that most of us have our operating systems, if you will, our subconscious kind of brain patterns that play out what comes on and what we attract and what we create in our life. Most of them are, for most of us, they're actually installed by the time we're 6 years old. And I don't know what your life was like when you were 6 years old, but for me, life was a struggle for my family. To be perfectly honest with you, we had a lot of love. I got to throw that out there first, and I love my parents to death. They're still together to this day, and the one thing my family had was an abundance of love, which is absolutely magical, and that did help me install a self-confidence. But money was a big problem for my family, right? There was never enough month at the end of the money. Some very common phrases in my family were, "We can't afford that." "Money doesn't grow on trees" is another family favorite, if you will. So what this does is this actually creates neural pathways, and this actually wires your brain. And I found myself in my 20s, my teens. I started working when I was 14 years old. I got my first job at a local pizza parlor. And worked all through high school, worked after high school, did not go straight to college, went straight into the workforce, and I just never had enough month at the end of my money. I was repeating these exact patterns that my family had. My family rented a house all their life. I couldn't even afford to move out of my parents' house until I was 22, and I was making money. It was just my mindset around money was toxic at that point in time, and it's from my upbringing. So what did I do? Well, I started to research and learn some of these things, and then I found about these meditations, right? So there's one other study I want to point out, and I'm going to link to these studies and these ideas so you can see the scientific proof of this in kind of below the video in the description. So there's another study that came out, and this was from Harvard, and the Harvard study looked at a group of individuals who did an 8-week meditation study, and they proved through MRIs, through magnetic resonance, whatever kinds of scans, that over the course of 8 weeks, they actually changed their gray matter, right? Through meditation. So they meditated an average of 27 minutes a day. They did so for 8 weeks straight, and they were able to pick up with scientific instruments actual changes in the gray matter, in the brain, in the way the brain was firing. They actually have scientific proof that meditating every day for an average of 27 minutes a day physically changes the structure of the brain. And what is the brain? The brain is that thing within us that creates everything. Our thoughts create reality. Thoughts are real things. Thoughts are measurable. You can actually measure thoughts, and your thoughts and the operating system that was installed in your mind by your family up to the point when you were 6 years old is what is creating your reality. So if you've been creating a reality that you're not in love with, which is exactly where I was in my 20s, my love relationships were absolutely terrible. It was an absolute mess. I never had enough money. I always felt lack in my life. I always felt like other people have more. I was frustrated with wealthy people, or people who maybe even appeared wealthy on the outside, but now I realize they just cash flow broke. You know, they got the nice house in the nice neighborhood, they got the Beamer, but turns out the reality of the situation is they're more broke than I am. But that would frustrate me, and it would make me angry, it was unfair, life was unfair. So I started doing these meditations, and this is my entrance point to the niche that my wife and I are in. it turns out my wife was doing meditations on her end at the same time, and we ended up meeting at real estate school. As I like to say, the universe put us together because we were meant to be together, and it wasn't until we got into that right state of mind and that right mindset that lined up for us. So why does this matter, right? I've covered so many topics on this channel about tactics. Here's what you click to make your Facebook ad go live. Here's what you say. Here's how you make your funnel. Here's how you structure all of this. But those are little programs that can operate within your operating system. Your operating system is your brain. It's your subconscious brain is your operating system. And if your subconscious brain is wired to waste all your money, to fail, to give up, to not make it, if your subconscious brain is wired for lack, you're never gonna make it. You have to rewire. You have to get that brain shifted over. So what's the trick? Well, let's look at what the actual scientific studies state. Bruce Lipton showed that we have these this operating system built in our head that we didn't necessarily ask for. And by the way, I don't know anyone who grew up in an abundant family, who grew up with an abundant mindset and has their shit together, to be honest. So if you're feeling like, damn, Miles, yeah, life was pretty challenging for my family at 6 years old too, that's normal, is the way I see that, right? And this is our opportunity to break through it. So what's the other data point we have? It's a Harvard study that says you're 8 weeks away of 27 minutes. It was an average of 27 minutes a day. If you can do 27 minutes of meditation every day for 8 weeks, you literally can rewire your brain. Now, I've been making meditations with my wife for 8 years now. We've been selling them. We've had I checked yesterday, I'll show you the analytics someday on this. We've had about 8 million people reach our website, all said and done. In the course of the 8 years we've probably had 1 million people or so listen to our meditations. So I've got tools to create these unique meditations, and I've created, with the help of my wife, a meditation to help you rewire your brain. Now, this meditation does a couple of things. The first thing the meditation does is it's got some relaxing music, and it's got some nature sounds, so it's gonna help you relax. So you're gonna feel that right away. You're just gonna have this wash of okay, cool, I can let go of my day stress, or I can start my day off right, whatever it is for you. The meditation lasts 30 minutes because I got to get you over that 27-minute mark. That is what the science shows that we need to get you to every day in order to create the positive change. And the third thing it does is it has an affirmation track in it. And this affirmation track is a series of affirmations that my wife and I recorded, and I edited in, and every minute and a half, 2 minutes, it's her voice coming in, and it's affirming that you're abundant, that you're successful, that you're attracting what you need, that you've got this. Because our brain can sometimes be like, oh, you're a fake, you can't do it, you got nothing, this ain't you, oh, you should give up now, you should quit, oh, you should go back to being a POS, right? My mind was so loud and so mean, to be perfectly honest with you, when I was younger, and I have taken control of that, and I have rewired this to where now my mind encourages me. My mind says you can do it. My mind says think bigger, do something. You have something great inside of you. And now my mind's telling me you, right, viewer on YouTube, has something great in you, and I need to help you realize that, and I need to help you get that out and get that out to the world, because that's even bigger than me just getting out what's in me, right? So it keeps expanding to these new levels, and I need you to obtain abundance for yourself in your life, because you can't help anybody else until you help your damn self. So that's my whole goal here, right? So I'm gonna try, give me a shot here. I'm gonna try to flash up a URL on the screen down here, is where you can go get this meditation I made for you. It took me about 3 days to get it dialed just the way I want. I'll put the link in the description also, and I'm gonna challenge you. Figure out a way to spend 30 minutes a day for the next 8 weeks meditating. Listen to this one track. Put it on your phone, put it on your iPad, whatever. You can play it as you go to sleep if you need to, if you don't have time. You can set your alarm early, get up 30 minutes earlier. It ain't that tough. You can do it. You can listen to it on your lunch break at work, throw in your earbuds, go for a quick walk. You can listen to it when you get home from work. That's probably, I would say, optimal, right? Get home from the job, just finish your commute home, listen to an audiobook on your way home, then just let it all go, right? Put in the earbuds, go for a walk, grab your dog. If you got a dog, go take your dog for a walk. I like to lay down. Personally, I go midday, mid-afternoon, I go lay down, and I pop on the earbuds, or I just play it on the phone and just let it play, and just go through that track every single day. Do it for 8 weeks, and I guarantee you what you're gonna see is things will start to shift. Things will start to click in your business, your niche will appear, other people will start to act different around you, the world around you begins to change because you start to change your operating system. It changes your point of attraction, and you start to draw that which you need to get your creative vision, your creative, whatever that special thing is inside of you that only you have in this world, that starts to come out. If you don't know what that is, you'll start to hear it. It'll be a little whisper. Your heart will start to tell you what it is you are to do and what you can do in this world. And that's when you can start to listen to it and go down that path. Cool, I've rambled enough on this. I'm gonna do more videos on this kind of stuff because I really do believe this is the big trick to it all, right? We can teach tactics, all the tactics are out there. Why are so few people successful when all the information on how to achieve success is out there? It's mindset. Because the mind ain't wired right. So that's where we're gonna get to here. So check out the site. It's probably gonna be, I'll do milesbeckler.com/free-meditation is where I'll put it. Thank you very much for your time. That's it on this one. I wanna do more of this because I really do think this is the key. This is the secret to making it all work, right? This is the sauce. This is that little thing, the salt in the sauce that makes that sauce pop, makes it so good. So take me up on this challenge. If you're going to, leave me a comment. Say, Miles, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on that challenge. I'm gonna meditate every day for 8 weeks. I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna change my operating system. It'll take 30 minutes a day for 8 weeks, and the rest of your life, you will be able to attract to you that which you want, desire, and need. Man, life gets beautiful when you get this stuff working for you and with you instead of against you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you have subscribed, I really do appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up here in YouTube. It helps me get the reach out on these videos, which is the only goal that I have right now. And again, leave me a comment if you're gonna commit. If you're gonna do this, leave me a comment, let's do it. I'm gonna do it starting today. I'm already meditating every day, but you know what? I'm gonna listen to this meditation myself every day for 8 weeks. I'm gonna put my own, I'm gonna walk my talk, I'm gonna talk my walk, whatever you wanna call it, I'm gonna do it as well. Thanks again for your time. This is Miles Beckler, milesbeckler.com. Get your free meditation, and let's do this. Let's see what we can create in this world. Appreciate it.